Hi guys, I'm Kasha. Welcome to my channel, to my bookland, and to our coffee times together. And I'm here to tell you all the books that I plan on reading in the month of August.
It's coffee time!
So August is going to be an interesting month because I'm going to be 2 weeks visiting my parents in Spain. I'm going to have my beach holiday that I have every year. So I did used to take physical copies of books with me when I went like in a 2-week holiday. But since last year, since I'm reading so much more now, I started just to take my Kindle when I go on holiday for, a longer period of time. And especially also when I'm going to Spain, because I am bringing a lot of stuff back as I go shopping with my mom, and then I end up, filling up my suitcase with stuff that I purchased there. So the best thing for me to do is just to take my Kindle. I have many books there to read and I never run out of books, and I don't have to carry them back and forth. So basically most of this video is going to contain ebooks that I am going to be taking with me to Spain. But before I go to Spain, I'm still gonna have a little bit of time to read a couple of physical books, and I decided to pick just 2 to see how it goes. Maybe I'll add a third one. And basically I'm going to be reading The Diviners by Libba Bray. As you can see, I already started because there is a read-along for the complete series going on, where a lot of people are gonna be rereading the series. Now on the top of my head, I only remember Mel and Chelsea that are gonna do it, but there's a couple more people doing these read-along. And I am a newbie. I've never read this series, but I've always had interest in them, so I decided to jump in the wagon and start reading it. So on the 3rd of August, we officially started reading this series, and it is a kind of mystery paranormal series based on the 1920s. And this girl that basically she's different. She doesn't mind to speak her mind, and that always gets her in trouble. And she has also a very special gift. When she touches objects, she can find out things about the owner of that object. And her parents, because of some trouble that she causes, they send her to live with her uncle, and while she's there, she gets involved in a series of murders, in the way that her uncle is called to help with the investigation, and she starts touching stuff and sees things. And that sounds totally intriguing to me. I like this kind of stuff, and it reads pretty like fast-paced. I was scared because it's nearly a 500-page book, but actually it's really easy to go through, and I'm really enjoying the writing style. So I'm super excited that I decided to join, and I'm finally reading The Diviners. Then I did a poll on Twitter offering you guys 4 different books and asking you to please pick for me, so that I could read 1 or 2 of those before I go on holidays. And the one that won is this one, The Bright Test by Helen Huang. So I'll be reading this one for sure. If I finish this one very quickly, I'm gonna take the second one on the list that you guys chose for me, which is Roomies by Christina Lauren, but that one's still not really official. It depends how fast I get through this one. So this one is for sure. I'm adding it to my August to be read pile. We're following the story of this guy that has some trouble, expressing his emotions and socializing, and so his mom is worried that he's never gonna find a girlfriend. So she basically finds a girlfriend for him in Vietnam and kind of sets it up. So I'm really excited about it. I did love her first book, The Kiss Quotient, so I'm hoping to love this one too. Now let's go and talk all of the ebooks that I'm taking with me. The first one is The Right Swipe by Alicia Ray, and this is actually being released on the 6th of August, so it's a very brand new release. And it's about this girl that creates this dating app, but for herself in her private life she doesn't have time for love, only for work and for the occasional hookup. But we all know how this is gonna go down. Suddenly one day she gets paired up in the app with somebody that she cannot forget, and we will see what happens. Then we have Along for the Ride by Mimi Grace. Another one, I think I saw this one recommended by Chelsea, and it's basically this girl that she had plans to go and help her sister move, but then suddenly her dad arranges all the plans with her and she ends up in a car with a stranger for 16 hours. And I think this is a hate to love relationship, and I am down for those anytime. Plus it's going to be kind of like a road trip story, and it's summer and I'm gonna be in Spain, so it's gonna be perfect. Then we have The Bookish Life of Nina Hill by Abby Waxman, and this is another one that I was really interested in because it's this girl that she just wants to be in the bookstore, and you know, her life is books, but one day she realizes that she has family she never knew she had, and they're living close to her, and she's feeling a little bit anxious to go and socialize because she's not used to that. And also apparently she meets this guy that she used to hate, or they used to be enemies or something like that. So it's another hate to love relationship, and I love anything that has to do with bookstores and people that loves books and bookstores, so I'm down for this one as well. Then I have He Will Find You by Charlie Gallagher, and this is a thriller, and it's about this 10-year-old that is found one day running into traffic naked, covered in blood, but it's not his blood. What happened? I don't know, but thrillers and summer is something that I've always read in summer, so I'm excited to add this one. And also some of the books that I'm gonna mention, those first three that I mentioned I'm gonna get from Amazon, but some of the ones that I'm gonna mention are books that I got from NetGalley that I need to review before they're being published, so it's also a perfect reason for me to take those ebooks and read them before the release date. Then I'm gonna read the graphic novel Divine Intervention, and this is like a science fiction novel in which two very different characters kind of have to team up to solve a murder. So sounds great. I got this one also from NetGalley and I cannot wait to check it out. Then we have Pride, Prejudice and Poison by Elizabeth Blake, and if you see this cover, this kind of books, I'm down for them anytime. I know they're not the best literature by all means, but damn am I loving this kind of thriller. So it is about this used bookstore in which the Austen Club meets every month, and apparently in one of those meetings somebody ends up being murdered by poison, and who murdered him, what happened. I mean, these thrillers are like, they're just a guilty pleasure for me, I guess. Plus the covers always include cats, and you know, calm me down for that. Then we have The Tea Dragon Festival by Kate O'Neill, and this is a companion graphic novel to the Tea Dragon Society, and I gave the Tea Dragon Society 5 stars because I absolutely loved it. It is such a cute story, so I cannot wait to read a little bit more about the characters and get to know a little bit more about the dragons. Then we have Violet by Scott Thomas. We are in 1988 and we have this 10-year-old girl that has to say goodbye to her dying mother and deal with the grief and the loss, and 30 years later she has to deal with loss again when her husband is killed in a car accident. So she is left alone with her 8-year-old daughter, and I think it's gonna be a hard-hitting contemporary story and a little bit different from the other things that I have on my TBR pile for August, so I'm excited to read, you know, a mix of things. Then I have One by One, and it is one that I'm super excited about. It is this family that moves into this house, and the kid finds a family portrait, like a drawing that another kid had done before, and suddenly the family members start disappearing, and every time one of them disappears there is a red cross that appears on this family portrait drawing that he finds, and that hooked me up so bad and I cannot wait to read it. Then we have Lestat, a psychological horror thriller, and it is about this journalist that goes to a building that it's supposed to be haunted, that it is in a remote mountain, and when he gets there he finds himself trapped inside the building and he cannot leave. So I'm like, hell yeah, I love when people are trapped in spaces, houses, and all of these things in remote islands and they don't know what to do, how to escape, that they have to solve things. I'm a sucker for those kind of stories, so I'm super excited about this one. And that is everything that I have actually like really planned to read. I think I'm just gonna add a couple of ebooks to my Kindle. There are like summary kind of love stories, in case that I finish all of these and I decide to read something else, but it's still a lot of books, so you know, I will be happy if I finish all of them, especially because some of them are chunkier than others, like the Diviners, that it's nearly 500 pages, so that's already kind of like a chunky book. So if I read everything that I have mentioned in this video, I would consider myself more than happy, but just in case, you know, I'm gonna take a couple of extra books in my Kindle in case that I have space for more books. Who knows, I'll let you know in my August wrap up how it went for me, but I'm happy that I have such a different mixed books. You know, I have some thrillers, some drama, I have some love stories, so everything is kind of like mixed, and that's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm really excited for my holidays as well. I am considering vlogging my Spanish holiday, so let me know down below if you would be interested in that. And thanks so much, you guys, for watching. Let me know down below if you've heard of any of the books that I have mentioned in this video, and what is something that you're gonna read in August that you would maybe recommend to me. Thank you so much, and please give the video a thumbs up for support. Subscribe to the channel. Also remember to click the notification bell so you're notified every time that I upload a new video. If you want to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, the links to those social media can be found in the description box down below. And I hope to see you all in the next coffee time. Bye!